This is my audience. Every couple dreams of having a perfect baby, a baby that is happy and healthy. Thanks to scientific technological advancements, this dream is becoming a reality for couples throughout the United States soon after the baby is conceived. Through advancements in gene therapy, scientists are able to alter the genome of embryos. Gene therapy, as defined in the Oxford English Dictionary, is the introduction of normal genes into cells in place of missing or defective ones in order to correct genetic disorders. In past years, this method has been performed to do this exact thing, to prevent detected diseases in a child genome. With technology advancing at the rate it is today, the altering of genomes will continue to increase. Government officials need to draw a line now before this dangerous scientific experimenting becomes uncontrollable. In 2013, a technique called CRISPR-Cas9 was invented that allows parents to take gene therapy to an entire new level by requesting changes to physical traits of their baby. Physical characteristics such as eye color, hair color, and height are now being altered by genetic scientists to satisfy the perfect child idea that every parent dreams of. According to the article, in embryo research, we need laws first, then science. This method is raising a stir because it is the first such project approved for use in potentially viable human embryos. In past years, the statements, "Once humans begin genetically engineering their children for desired traits, we will have crossed a threshold of no return," has been made. Today, we are quickly approaching this threshold. As stated in an article written by Daryl Sass, CRISPR-Cas9 and the potential of its discoveries will introduce a new era of human biology if it is continued. One article discussed that when a panel of genetic scientists met to discuss gene therapy, one question predominated the entire discussion. How ethical is it to have a designer baby, a baby that you can mold to your will as far as technology will allow you to do so? What started as choosing a gender of a baby has evolved into choosing blonde or brown hair, brown eyes or blue eyes, even light skin or dark skin. If these genetic possibilities continue to advance, within a couple of years, parents will be able to decide any imaginable trait for their perfect child. Why should parents have the option to alter a soul that God has created for them? The Lord said to Jeremiah, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you as a prophet to the nations." By altering a child's genome, parents are crossing both ethical and religious boundaries. Along with being unethical, advancements in gene therapy also raise social concerns. Non-supporters of gene therapy feel as if that within a few generations, a superhuman race could be created. The individuals with genetic enhancements might look down on those who do not. A large division between rich and poor also has the possibility of coming about in the future. The lower class may not be able to afford expensive genome-altering treatments that the wealthy can afford with ease. Discrimination against those who are born with disabilities also has the possibility of increasing. It is very likely that these people will be frowned upon because of their health issues that cannot be fixed. According to an article written by Stephen Bird, disabled Americans could quickly become more genetically inferior than they are today. In a society that is filled with hate, aiding in creating a superhuman race will only add fuel to the flame. Risks to the child itself are also present when altering the genome of an embryo. Daryl Sass stated in an article that due to technology linked to CRISPR-Cas9 being imprecise and not well understood, unintended and harmful edits are very likely. Genetics scientists risk the possibility of causing collateral damage to embryos. The human genome is very intricate. Room for error is very slim for gene editors. Possible harmful changes to the child later in life also rise from genetic altering. The introduction of new diseases into the embryo is very likely through this process. By using tools in a lab that have been used before, sterility is not guaranteed. The process of CRISPR-Cas9 is very new and has not been performed a large number of times. This proves that the certainty of what will happen to the child when altered genomes and later in life is very low. Parents fail to acknowledge what they can be bringing on their child later in life by choosing to edit their genome. In the attempt to create a perfect child, parents could be causing the children to suffer in the future. The desire of having a perfect child will continue to increase as long as technology advances. Until laws are enforced in this field, genetic scientists will continue to fulfill the wishes of soon-to-be parents throughout the United States. Government officials need to draw a line as to what is right and what is not. Couples should not be encouraged to design their babies. The risk of this process greatly trumps the benefits. Although some support gene therapy due to its ability to eliminate detected diseases, this process has been taken to another level. Ethical and religious boundaries are now being crossed by parents who change the genome of their children by requesting physical changes. Designer babies is what these embryos have been termed, according to an article written by Stephen Bird. We can visualize the benefits of not altering the embryos in children. Most of my audience felt that this process is both unethical and unsafe. As noted earlier, gene therapy can be harmful for embryos. Unethical boundaries are being crossed each day this process occurs. My audience members felt that something needs to be done to stop this process before it becomes uncontrollable. The process of CRISPR-Cas9 is expected to continue to cause issues to rise. These advancements have caused extreme controversy throughout the United States. In order for scientific editing that is now very dangerous and unpredictable to be managed, country leaders need to establish control. The decision of morally right and wrong needs to be made quickly. If this unsafe scientific experimenting continues, the gene pools of future generations will be entirely changed and possibly damaged. At this rate, within 10 or 15 years, the statement, "no two people are the same," may be safe.